How neat is that? That's pretty neat.
So this is a 1973 Gran Torino Sport. I bought this about 10, 11 years ago for my wife. It was her first car, and I always heard about the keg party stories and where the boys in their little sissy Camaros and Trans Ams couldn't go through the snowdrifts. Vicky said, I'll take care of the snowdrifts, but if I get stuck, you push me out. So anyway, I found this online, and the interesting story is I bought it. Vicky did not know I bought it. I arranged financing through work, so she did not know that the money was used to buy this car. And the guy that I bought it from turned out to be best friends with her brother. So anyway, it came with a motor, not in the car. It had no transmission. Pretty much everything you see here was not there. I got some really nice rims for it, basically through Craigslist. And it did not have interior, so now it has interior. It has been coming along for a while, but it's hard when it sits up here at the lake and I don't have a chance to work on it very often. So I'm going to take this opportunity. She's got the nice Gran Torino. It shares the 72 Gran Torino that you would have seen in the movie starring Clint Eastwood. But anyway, this is going to be Vicky's hot rod, and I figured worst case scenario, I am going to try to get this thing on the road for the first time in probably 30 years. The car came from Colorado, and so anyway, I threw some Caterpillar primer on it because hers was gold, and she wanted Miller Genuine Draft Gold, so I'm going to paint it that way for her and get that all set up. But yeah, it's one thing, like I say, one piece at a time, putting it together. This car has had 3 transmissions put it since I bought it. The first transmission I got was a C4, and it didn't have the right bolt pattern for the 351 Cleveland. So I found what I thought was a C6, and the nice thing is that had all the shift levers that I needed to hook up the floor shifter. And I never did use that transmission because right after I installed it in the car, I found a C6 transmission, which is what this came factory with, according to the VIN. So I am looking forward to getting this thing get plated and get it on the road. We haven't rushed into getting the plates for it yet, just due to the fact that it's not drivable on the road yet. It does have exhaust on it. I was going to put headers on it, and that's why it has exhaust, but it sits too low. And when I took it for a test drive, which I will show you, it didn't fare so well. Going out was okay. Going back in the garage, because I have a bit of a lip, did not work so well. But anyway, that's kind of the nuts and bolts of the Torino. Oh, so anyway, Vicky did not know about this for the first 2 years, because I really, truly wanted to try to get enough parts together, and was looking for the right moment to tell her that I bought this car. And it happened to be when her mom passed away. And that's the day I picked. My friend Mike, who was storing it for me at the bus garage, said, you know what, this might be a good time to let her know that you bought her first car. So it kind of went over like a fart in church, but she has grown to love the car. I'll have a picture here shortly of what it looked like when she was sitting in it for the first time. So yeah, it's a labor of love, a long time project. I got body work to do like crazy, but more importantly, if I don't have it running and driving and make it that part taken care of, it's just not going to go. We did get different tires and rims for it. I will show you later what it had when the first ones I got are exactly what she had. She had Keystone Classics on hers, but all right.
How dare you!
I got a dent repair stud welder kit made by Chicago Electric Welding. And we're going to see if this is going to work well on the 73 Gran Torino Sport. That vacation, I had a small accident. Well, it was a large accident, but I got the dent here to see if I can take it out or if I'm going to have to replace the door. Now, looking at the lower part of the door, I probably should just replace the door. I got to find a Ranchero or a 72, 73 Torino, because unfortunately, it's the only year they had this nice little lip in the body line. So, yeah, freak accident. Fired up the car. I had the driver's seat out. I was showing my nephew how good it ran. And it decided to shift into reverse all of a sudden on its own. So as I had to dive into the car to try to stop it and shut it off, I hit the gas and did a little burnout in the garage. I wiped out the Blackstone. Fortunately, I've got that fixed. All I got left is just metal buff out. And the Cub Cadet took a pretty good hit, but that's it. So anyway, now I'm going to try this. I'm going to see how well the dent puller is going to work. Okay, so here is the unit. Yes, that unit. We've got the over here, the studs. They're going to get welded on. Let's go ahead and it slides in right here. There are two different size fittings for that. This part right here has to be touching the car, and you have to make sure that it is well sanded. Here's the first example of my first attempt putting it on. We'll see how well that one goes. I think I'm gonna start and do one at a time. Now the other thing too is right here, That's the trigger. You're going to hold it in. It is going to spark right off the bat. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses. That goes without saying. Of course, wearing safety glasses and doing all the grinding and getting it down to bare metal is important. All right, then we got this nice Chinesium dent puller with this little adapter at the end. You move the little wheel until it tightens up on the stud, and then you can start pulling. So next step, we'll see how that goes. Okay, quick progress report. I was thinking it really didn't look like it's doing anything, but again, Rome wasn't built in a day. This looks really, really bad, and it is really, really bad, but it actually has come out a little bit. It's going to take a lot more work, but I'm starting to feel a little better about it. Of course, they still have located a couple of replacement doors just in case. But we'll see. We'll give it some time. I'm unsupervised, so I'll just keep plugging away. Okay, so I have now put 4 of them on various places. We're going to see. So far, the first attempt did not go too well. Basically pulled it off. Didn't know if I had it mounted right. I think these ones are much better. So now I will go ahead and attempt to see if I can make any difference at all pulling this stuff out.